Top 5 best debut albums in classic rock. First up, Appetite for Destruction by Guns N' Roses. If debut albums are meant to make a statement, Appetite for Destruction was a Molotov cocktail through the front window of the rock world. Selling over 30 million copies worldwide, including 18 million in the US, it's the best-selling debut album of all time. From the opening riff of Welcome to the Jungle to the gritty swagger of It's So Easy, Mr. Brownstone, Guns N' Roses brought a raw, dangerous edge that stood out in the late 80s scene dominated by polished glam metal. Axl Rose's wails, Slash's iconic Les Paul tone, Duff McKagan's punk-influenced bass lines, and Steven Adler's groove created a sound equal parts sleaze, danger, and musicianship. The album also gave us Sweet Child of Mine, the band's only US #1 single, with a riff Slash once called a string-skipping exercise. Paradise City and Night Train rounded out a track list with zero filler. This wasn't just a debut, it was a warning that rock's seediest, most chaotic band had arrived. Next, The Doors by The Doors. The Doors' self-titled debut isn't just a great first album, it's a game-changer for rock. From the opening blast of Break On Through to the hypnotic, apocalyptic closer, The End, it captures the band's dark, poetic, and psychedelic edge like lightning in a bottle. Jim Morrison's haunting baritone, Ray Manzarek's swirling organ, Bobby Krieger's slinky guitar, and John Densmore's jazz-infused drumming fused into something utterly unique from the era. Light My Fire became a #1 hit, and its organ solo was so long that AM radio demanded a shorter edit for airplay. The album also caused controversy. The End's Oedipal imagery and Morrison's unfiltered delivery pushed lyrical boundaries in 1967. It wasn't just a debut, it was a bold, artistic statement, a mix of rock, blues, and surreal poetry that still feels like stepping into a mysterious nightclub you know you shouldn't be in, but you can't leave. Third, Van Halen by Van Halen. Van Halen's debut didn't just arrive, it exploded. From the opening rumble of Running with the Devil to the jaw-dropping 1 minute 42-second guitar solo eruption, Eddie Van Halen rewrote the rulebook for rock guitar. His tapping, technique, blistering speed, and groundbreaking brown sound tone were unlike anything heard before. David Lee Roth brought swagger, charisma, and a dash of chaos, while Alex Van Halen's thunderous drumming and Michael Anthony's soaring harmonies gave the band both muscle and melody. Fun fact, their cover of the Kinks' You Really Got Me was recorded in one take and released as the first single, before the Kinks even knew about it. With instant classics like Ain't Talking About Love and Jamie's Crying, this album was a warning shot that late 70s rock had just changed overnight. By the time the record ended, you knew the Guitar Hero era had a new king, Eddie. Next up, Are You Experienced by the Jimi Hendrix Experience. This wasn't just Hendrix's debut, it was a sonic revolution. From the opening feedback of Foxy Lady to the dreamy swirl of The Wind Cries Mary and the mind-bending Third Stone from the Sun, Hendrix proved he wasn't just a guitarist, he was a force of nature. The album introduced his otherworldly guitar tone, his fusion of blues, rock, psychedelia, and funk, and his fearless songwriting. Purple Haze and Hey Joe became instant classics, while the deep cuts revealed his range, from fuzz-drenched power to delicate melodic beauty. Interestingly, the UK and US versions had different track lists. Purple Haze, Hey Joe, and The Wind Cries Mary weren't even on the original British release. Backed by Noel Redding on bass and Mitch Mitchell on drums, Hendrix took the three-piece format and blasted it into orbit. In '67, nothing sounded like this, and honestly, nothing really has since. And finally, Led Zeppelin by Led Zeppelin. Raw, heavy, and dripping with bluesy swagger, Led Zeppelin's debut essentially kickstarted hard rock as we know it. From the slow burn menace of Dazed and Confused to the thunder of Good Times, Bad Times, the band announced themselves with a sound that was louder, bolder, and more dangerous than most of their peers. Jimmy Page's riffs cut like steel, Robert Plant's vocals were wild and unrestrained, John Paul Jones's bass and keys added depth, and John Bonham's drumming, well, it was like a cannon going off in your living room. The album was famously recorded in just about 36 hours over 9 days for under €2,000, an investment that quickly paid off when it went platinum. While rooted in blues covers like You Shook Me and I Can't Quit You Baby, the album stretched the form with psychedelic touches and sheer power. It didn't just set the stage for Zeppelin's dominance, it slammed the door open to a new, heavier era of rock.